Hello and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host Bryan. We're going to wrap up this week's theme of silly, fun, comical, lighthearted music with a band that I've been eager to get to ever since I learned about what they were doing. It's called Cage, Grind.noir. I don't know where the emphasis goes. Cage is all caps, and then Grind and Noir have periods after both of them. All one word though, grind.noir. I don't know. What I do know is that this is some sort of Nick Cage fan band. I don't know. I honestly let's just get into it. The song's called Vampire's Kiss. Let's dive in, see what Cage Grind Noir is bringing to the table today.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Am I getting through to you? Over.
Okay. The reverb is killing me.
Oh Christ! Oh Christ! Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Oh Christ! I've become a vampire. Oh God! Oh God! Where am I?
You're in the goddamn pepper hole, and I'm trying to take a dump, so either shut up and leave the goddamn acting lessons for home or go back to the ladies' room.
Well, that was simultaneously better and worse than I was expecting. I don't know if all the lyrics are based on Nick Cage lines or not. The I'm a vampire part was fantastic. I think the best part too is that his delivery already had a rhythm and cadence to it, so they just had to lean into that. I mean, this is beautiful. Is this all that they do? Like, if I go pick any song from Cage Grind Noir, am I going to hear them adapt Nick Cage lines to music? And if so, do they have a song based on the iconic line from Ghost Rider 2 where he talks about the spirit of vengeance scraping at the door wanting to come out? Because I need to hear a song based off of that. That is probably my favorite Nick Cage delivery ever. Oh, man. These guys are wild. But, okay, so beyond the gimmick, though, all right, of making Nick Cage lines based music, the music here is fine. I mean, we have three wildly distinct sections, one being a bit more of it's not really thrash metal, but it is thrashier of a riff. The second one just being noise, blast beats, and the last one being super groovy. They really have nothing to do with each other. The first two are put back to back, and it's a bit of a rough transition. The second and the third has the sample from the film put in the middle of them, which creates a bit of a palate cleanser before moving into that super groovy idea. And then we do have the outro, which has a bit of a somber, reverb heavy kind of feeling going on. Not really too much of a riffy idea, just an outro sound. It's like 20 seconds of this gloomy emotion. None of these parts really work together as a song. I think that if this didn't have Nick Cage's parody element to it, and it was just random lines without samples, maybe just having, I don't know, spoken word between the riffs, I would be a lot harsher on it. It is not a song that I think generally works, but I give it a pass because of what it's doing. Its intentions are certainly a key element to enjoying it. But on paper, I mean, this is just a wild, disjointed track structurally. Each individual idea, though, is solid. The guitar work is consistently interesting. The riffs themselves are, I mean, they take skill to play. They sound cool. I mean, we're definitely not talking about some guy just picked up a guitar and wanted to make some Nick Cage parody music. I mean, these guys got chops. The drummer is consistent. Nobody's really sloppy, even in that faster blast beat section. And they're really great at finding groove in Nick's delivery and leaning into that. I mean, even at the beginning, the recitation of the alphabet, the drummer found a way to incorporate a idea in there, starting out with melodic drumming and then allowing that to form into the groove that defined that first section. I mean, that's not amateur hour right there. These guys got chops. They understand rhythmic flow. Part of that, I think, is the appeal to this. It's kind of a ridiculous idea, but like some of the other stuff we've explored this week, it's presented and explored earnestly and with chops, and that's part of what makes it so fun. And so I'm kind of, 50-50 on this. It's not something that I think I want to listen to a whole album of if they only do stuff like this. But it is something I want to explore more. And that feels contradictory, but as much as it's not how I typically engage with art, it kind of feels like a singles band. A group that I have a couple of songs that I really enjoy, might even put them in a playlist. That would feel very weird for me. I don't have any playlists. But the general idea that it's not something I would want to engage with consistently, but maybe I'm in the mood for a song, a little 2-minute snippet, a little palate cleanser between larger projects, larger albums. Or, I'm just in the mood for it. I got done with work and just want to unwind a little bit. Let's throw some grind.noir on. Like, that's where I kind of feel they fit. Because it is kind of junk food. It's tasty. It definitely hits the spot, but there's just not a lot of substance to it. But it's really great at what it does. You can't find this anywhere else. Is there any other band doing this? I don't think so. And that's what makes this kind of special. And it certainly fits for this week's theme, of silly and fun. Let me look up some lyrics, and then we're going to wrap this one up. Well, I can't seem to find any lyrics, although I don't think it would really make much sense. I don't see how reciting the alphabet really leans much into shouting I'm a vampire and then pretending not to see yourself in the mirror because you think you're a vampire. Also, I should have looked this up. I don't know what film this is, unless Vampire's Kiss is the film, in which case I've never seen it. I do have a want to watch every Nick Cage film. I have the list, and I've already marked off the ones I've seen. Like, this is something that's more than just a thought. Right? This is something I've been planning. I just haven't gotten around to properly starting it. But the documentation is ready. It's in the spreadsheet, ready to start the journey. I guess eventually I will watch Vampire's Kiss. Anyways, Cage Grind Noir has only put out one album called Pilots. Technically, they also have an EP called St. Nicholas, but at least on Bandcage, that EP is in the pilot as 3 bonus tracks. And in 2018, they released a 3-track song called Deleted Scenes. So, I guess that's 3 more. I don't know. Anyways, every single track on Pilots is named, or at least appears to be named after a film. We got Con Air, we got The Rock, Vampire's Kiss, Matchstick Men, sorry. Wicker Man, 8mm. I don't recognize most of the others. However, I do want to see, or listen to, I suppose, Face Off, which is sadly only 28 seconds long, and Kick Ass. I'm going to laugh so hard if it's the end of Kick Ass where Big Daddy dies, because he is screaming some wild stuff there. It's a wildly absurd but also emotional moment. I don't know how to describe it. It should be completely comical, but it's kind of done in so much earnest. It's also heartbreaking. The performance is so over the top. Anyways, if that's what they decided to put the music to, that is going to be ridiculous. But I want to listen to those two now. The rest of them, I'm not, I've seen Wicker Man, but it's only a 10-second song. I don't think I've seen the rest, though. It looks like a short album, though. I may end up just listening to the whole thing today. I said I wouldn't be able to take too much of it, but when most of the songs are 10 to 20 seconds long, what am I losing? 5 minutes here? All right, anyways, that's going to wrap this up. That was probably the funnest song that I've had the fortune to listen to this week. Not to discredit any of the other ones, although Death Grips was an interesting choice. Y'all made some interesting comments about that one. It's still kind of hard for me to see it as a fun, silly song. And then Devin, Devin. I think I've said my piece about his stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday. More on Police is pretty fun. I'll give you that one. But this just tickles my funny bone. It's a bit of a joke song. I mean, it's, like a minute of music maybe with a bunch of samples thrown in there. I don't know how much you can really call it a fully fleshed out song, but it was a treat. I'm glad we wrapped up the week on this. All right. Those are my thoughts on Cage Grind Noir's, what is this song called? Oh yeah, Vampire's Kiss. What'd you think of it? Is there anything that stood out? Anything that you would like to add on to what I said or correct me on? Is there anything, maybe your own interpretation of this? Maybe you could hear the words and you wrote the lyrics down. You want to add that in there? I don't know, man. Let me know what's going on. Put all that stuff down in the comment section. Above that, in the description box, you'll find a link to Linktree. Takes you here. You can find links to my music, ways to support the channel, a link to the Discord server, and so much more. Above that, if you could, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I greatly appreciate all 3 of those. That wraps it up for today. I'll be back tomorrow, though, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UTC, as usual. We're going to be checking out a full album tomorrow. Until next time, remember to be critical, not cynical, and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you choose to watch my videos.